Putting Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for
Bloody not. Either he's the most antisocial businessman in London, or he's a fucking hitman. What's going on? I guess.
Tagging a statue.
Oh, one of those twats. No respect for anything.
That's not the statue, that's someone else.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find...
It's free, really. I don't get it, all right.
Broker Tech announced earlier today the official launch of Daybreak, the neural mapping technology designed to allow people to live forever. Already, customers on the company waitlist are undergoing the procedure behind closed doors. A source within Broker Tech said that the project is being carried out in...
Yeah, whatever. Me as well, mate, yeah.
Man in the house?
Malachi has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Right, let's pop in and say hi.
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all...
Ah, shit, Bax. You were right. We've got traps all over the place.
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
Right, cool, I'm all over it.
Welcome to Clare and Present Danger, and welcome to Fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash their hands to the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
The traps are disarmed. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
Oi, that thing to fuck off!
Move one more muscle, Chief, and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
Alright, bruv. It's cool.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Nah, bruv. Think more underground.
Fuck! Don't just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
Fucking fuck.
Further instruction.
Vehicle has struck an officer, over.
Control, I've lost the target.
Created by Skylar's and Artekira as part of her techno-utopian idea.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
So popular. It's funny, useful, fast. It's a great companion and really just makes life so much easier. I mean, when you look back at all the service AIs that used to exist.
All right, Chief. That was a pretty slick escape. Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion. Says night.
All of my messages for a whole 24 hours and no one even noticed the difference.
The other competitors really just couldn't compete with Bagley. Their answers were so much worse. They didn't understand anything, and Bagley pretty much gets everything right first time. Do you have any idea why Bagley really beat all the competition?
Well, it's really the data, isn't it? Ever since Broker hooked up with Bloom, that's when things changed.
And really, that's not actually that great. Bloom has data on everybody. Information about everything they're doing across the web through your optic headset.
Is this how I go?
Because of Bloom surveillance.
Well, I suppose so, but I'd prefer not to talk about that side of it.
Nothing to report here.
Yeah, what I got on, fam?
You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their...
We're aware of an Albion employee who might be approachable.
Yo, how the fuck we gonna recruit us a PMC?
They're jackbooted thugs who regularly murder civilians. If finding a disenchanted employee is really that difficult, humanity's much worse off than I thought. It would also be quite useful to have someone on the inside.
For however long that lasts, Nigel's real good at...
Yo, you look like you could play a part in taking back London.
Well, this quote-unquote
Think you're allowed to be here?
should help humanity, not condemn it.
Believe this shit. Oh, fucking me. Oh, fucking me.
In today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic.
The Clankenny doctor you're looking for is close by. Seems he's got a laptop with him too, presumably with a folder somewhere on it labelled crimes.
Jeez! Felt that.
There's the laptop.
Hey, you almost done? Wait, listen. Oh!
Laptop scraped. Get to safety while I analyse the data. I found them at a warehouse where the experimental drugs are being stored. I'm sure Mary...
Falsifying identification. It will be prosecuted.
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking...
I'm detecting a vehicle nearby with at least 2 years' worth of treatments inside. That's more than enough to wean our contact's friend off the treatment.
Alright, cool.
What the? That's not normal.
There's the vehicle with the drugs in it. Try not to destroy it.
Hold up. I think I heard something.
Did you see that door?
I'm behind the wheel. I found a safe location where our friend can pick it up. Sending you the coordinates now.
Fucking alarm. Right, better have a look.
present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every optic device. Whether you're using the optic, Bagley will be there. The AI is streamed to your optic from Bloom's Central Command Center, and it was first created by Sky Larson, our tech hero, as part of her techno-utopian idea for the world. Why do you think it grew so quickly?
In my mind, it's no surprise that Bagley became so popular. It's funny, useful, fast. It's a great companion and really just makes life so much easier. I mean, when you look back at all the service AIs that used to exist, they just can't compete. When you ask Bagley anything, there's a quick answer and loads of information available to you. One day, I let Bagley answer all of my messages for a whole 24 hours and no one even noticed the difference.
The other competitors really just couldn't compete with Bagley. Their answers were so much worse. They didn't understand anything, and Bagley pretty much gets everything right first time. Do you have any idea why Bagley really beat all the competition?
Well, it's really the data, isn't it? Ever since Broker hooked up with Bloom, that's when things changed.
And really, that's not actually that great. Bloom has data on everybody. They collect information about everything you're doing across the web through your optic headset. Isn't the AI only good because of Bloom surveillance?
Well, I suppose so, but I'd prefer not to talk about that side of things. Bagley Bagley is so special because it's been trained on this huge cache of information. That's how these AI
Auto-drive now
systems work,
enabled.
or at least used to work. I mean, we don't really know that much about the latest version because there's so much secrecy around the tech. But they're given this huge amount of training data. It's basically a huge database that's used to teach the AI about patterns in behaviour. You know, so if you always travel the same way to your house, if you...
Yo, I took care of that shit, cars. Don't worry, the drugs are safe. Sending you info on where the truck is.
Negative. Suspect is gone. Issue an APW.
We have an Albion operative on our roster. We should let them know they're needed.
Enough of your little games. You have it, and the owner. No.
Check this one out. Ah, sick. Good to have you, blood. That tech's gonna be unstoppable now.
Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon.
Hey, it's you. What's good?
You're dead. You just don't know it. Control to all units. Possible hostiles near your location. Control, send an ambulance to my location.
Thank God you're here.
Come quickly.
What's going on there?
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about... Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every optic device. When you're using the optic, Bagley will be there, and the AI is streamed to your computer. My apologies.
Huh?
If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up...
Back at the old Albion stronghold. All right, back to my day job.
Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
Give it up! Fucking twat! What an asshole! Get in position! Go here. Get to cover.
A word of caution now we're inside. Any disturbance in here and Nigel Cass will surely cancel his meeting. Avoid being detected by your former colleagues or this operation is a bust.
Keep looking.
Nigel won't have anything important on this floor.
You Cass expert, you. You seen his puller profile or something?
Yeah. I was Albion too, if you hadn't twigged to that. Me and Cass were close once. Looked up to him.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Let's find this one.
This new project the director's presented upstairs at the game church. Can't wait to see it roll out. This is going to make our jobs that much easier and safer.
Yeah. You don't think it's going to make certain aspects of our job redundant, do you?
Not a chance. Director Cass takes care of his own. You know that.
Fair point.
So can you tell me a little bit more about how Brexit is going?
Everything is proceeding on schedule, and Mr. Cass is as determined as ever to make
Their damn boots before
are dangerous, but everything's dangerous. People are dangerous.
Gun! Keep an eye out!
But Albion is here to protect you. Help us. They just collapse.
Chatting with your girl and get back to work.
I heard someone saying DedSec was back.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Wonderful.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what not...
I'm wondering why we're not being sent out against those fucking thugs.
You been up there yet? I heard there are some parts of this city that need a woodworking working with some machine. You understand?
Yeah, I know. But there's always
It'll take some time for the forgery to be read.
Internal Psych Assessment AS001 Subject Cass Nigel. Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. he began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event. Mr. Cass's initial symptoms included insomnia, paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company, but I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
Oh my. I'm not one to make light of one's mental health, but Cass clearly has issues. And he's been put in charge of keeping London safe.
Intruder alert!
Well...
Spread out!
Bloody hell, what else can I hack?
This new project that ready to discuss is going to be a game changer. Can't wait to see it roll out. This is going to make our jobs that much easier and safer.
Yeah. You don't think it's going to make certain aspects about...
Everything is proceeding on schedule, and Mr. Cass is as determined as ever to make the white
I've got nothing here.
I believe he has ensured
They're down boots before coming in. Like I haven't got enough to do.
Must have got away. All right, let's wrap this up.
I heard someone saying dead sick.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Wonderful.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what Nigel does with trespassers.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But there's always the element to resist all.
Sure, but I thought we'd taken care of them,
It'll take some time for the forgery to be ready.
Internal Psych Assessment AS001 Subject Cass Nigel. Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. He began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event. Mr. Cass's initial symptoms included insomnia, paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company, but I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
Oh my. I'm not one to make light of one's mental health, but Cass clearly has issues. And he's been put in charge of keeping London safe.
Yeah, well, Nigel's never close to anyone but his dad. And me, I guess. Never had much faith in people, really.
Well...
How's it going? Seemed a bit tense.
I spend too much time online.
Who's that?
Gonna needle me about this. First off, I go through water, do the dishes, clean the sink, loads of cleaning, really.
How are you getting on with those metrics?
And like, it's not like
Deadline
I'm
is
being a
coming up
hermit,
quickly.
innit?
It wouldn't do to miss it. He's presenting to the stake.
A building-wide security sweep has been initiated due to document.
I warned you about that forgery. Your uniform will help. Don't let them get a close look at you.
How the bloody hell do I get out of here, Bags?
The catacombs, fam.
I'm innocent.
Find the bastard. Now.
I realise this is a difficult distinction for a vicious mammal like you to grasp, but there is such a thing as being too violent.
Attention, a building-wide security sweep has been initiated due to... Breach.
I warned you about that forgery. Your uniform will help. Don't let them get a close look at you.
How the bloody hell do I get out of here, Bags?
The catacombs, fam.
Now.
Shot!
Saw Nigel in action in there. Yeah. Man can be very, persuasive.
Down. Shit. I don't like this one bit. What on earth?
Don't you fucking cross me.
Suspect reported in your area, potentially armed and
Coming
hostile.
up in today's episode
Monitoring
of
for
The
unusual
Upload,
activity.
we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present
Any other
everywhere
patrols
we
have
go
eyes on
now.
the suspect,
Bagley just
over?
kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every optic device. Whether you're using the optic, Bagley will be there. The AI is streamed to your optic from Bloom's Central Command Center, and it was first created by Sky Larson, our tech hero, as part of her
Negative. No vision of the suspect.
I'll back you up.
Anyone? Wanted list, over.
Your somewhat reckless teammate has got themselves thrown in the old clink, I'm afraid. I'll start the briefing whenever you're ready.
Sorry? Huh?
You can't do it. Stop it!
Bollocks. Lots of bollocks. You're not so tough now, are you?
Stupid drone!
You're even weaker than you look. Oh, no, bloody no! And always surrender. Activity will result in arrest. Oh, God. This big kid is a struggle. This one, we've got to surrender yourself. Failure to comply will result in extreme measures. Surrender yourself. Failure to comply will result in extreme measures. Here's a paycheck you'll never forget. Let's dance.
Your teammate has sought out new accommodations in an Albion holding cell. Have London rents really gotten that bad?
I got your bags. Let's go finish.
Continuing unlawful activity will result in arrest.
Leave me alone.
suspect reported in your area, potentially armed and hostile.
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours.
Terminating pursuit and coming back.
Look at that, a safe house. A bit like ours, too.
Yo, I've got a theory. One of the OG DedSec got out of the Albion raid, came here.
Locked. Whatever this console is hiding, it'll That's a start, but I'll need more. Search the other computers. That's almost done it. Just a little bit more now. Keep looking. Got the password. Now, get back to the console and let's see what it's hiding. I've wiped the data and shored up.
You know, when I was a boy, I used to come here with my old man. When it was a great hall for members only. What's all we called it? Should have seen it. Oh, it was grand. Books and art everywhere. Great paintings on the walls, portraits, landscapes.
Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about
You're coming up on the Albion drone facility where the micro-drone is being developed.
Bags, this better be worth it.
It will be. You're gonna need to disable the security system protecting the R&D lab.
You prick.
Moving on.
Security's down at the R&D lab. The plans for the microdrone will be in there somewhere.
Engaging. You use right before I kick your ass.
I've downloaded the schematics. You can leave whenever you like.
Get all spare units to me.
Kill you today.
This is a nightmare. Shots fired.
Your teammate has sought out new accommodations in an Albion holding cell. Have London rents really gotten that bad?
No Albion Jake is gonna...
Now that we have the schematics, we can make microdrones of our very own.
Better move fast on.
Got a potential recruit for you. I'll mark them on your map.
I say don't move, you stop moving.
Urgent call. Possible hostile at your location.
Somebody help the officer. Over. I'm in pursuit of the target.
Oh shit, DedSec are coming. Help!
You...
Christ! Balls! That's not right.
Twat!
Control, this might require additional officers. Over.
Suspect is unsighted. Unsighted sweeping area. We're on their tail. Over.
Control, suspect jumped into the water. Over.
Drones have been deployed to apprehend the suspect. Search units, disengage. This search is pointless.
Let's fan out. Be quick about it. Go. Full sweep of the area.
We've successfully trialed our first micro-drone, and it's officially... As cute as the dickens, I've decided to name it... Bastion.
Time to break into Titus.
And take away Nigel Cass's newest toy, Project Themis. Bagley, any idea where that name comes from?
Greek mythology. Themis was the goddess of divine justice. You know, the one with the sword.
Ooh, that is so Nigel fucking Cass.
See? School's useful for something besides social maladjustment. Find the schematics of the building and I'll work out the location of the Themis project.
Something over there?
Have you looked at the Themis brief, ma'am?
Yes, I looked at it before I assigned you to the project. I am quite familiar with what it entails.
You must see the ethical implications of this. Themis violates half a dozen laws at least.
Those laws don't apply anymore. Or haven't you been paying attention? We're functioning under martial law here.
No. Themis is more than just martial law. It's a guillotine waiting to come down on everyone.
Look, you have two options. You can do your job, or you can lose your job. Pick one.
Look round for anything named Themis.
Cool, I'm all over it.
Well, if I was hiding a top-secret, morally dubious drone project like Themis, I would put it in the secure vault on the lowest level. You will have to hack your way past some pretty serious security, however.
Give yourself up!
The elevator that leads to the secure vault that houses Themis is locked down. You will have to access the bypass terminal.
Just give up, will you? Confirmed hit! Taking fire! What's taking them so
Check it out. Right.
I want the target now. Drone, initiate search.
Right, fan out and find the target. Drone, area search.
You'll be using Sebastian and the rest of the microdrones to bypass security. But first you'll have to get by that laser array. I suggest a spider bot and steady nerves.
Cool, I'm all over it.
Our job is not an easy one, but it is an important one. Right now we devote countless hours to intelligence gathering and still things slip through the cracks. We're doing our best, you tell me. We are, but our best isn't good enough. That doesn't sound... But even we aren't perfect yet. Yeah, they'll like that. That strikes a humble note. We make errors in judgment. That's human nature, but we cannot afford errors. We are the last resort to protect the people. Project Themis will dispense justice and protection. It will use data to predict the patterns of crime and abuse. It will let us transcend the faults in our own nature. Not bad. Yeah, they'll have questions, of course, which is fair. It's an extreme measure, and there is potential for abuse, but this is what London needs.
All unauthorized personnel must vacate the premises. Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
All right, Sebastian, this is what you and your friends have been training for. Time to crash the security grid for Daddy.
Go on, little drone. Spread your wings and shit.
That's the spirit. She'll be pretty sick.
Sebastian, no!
Right then, no time for tears. Meet Sebastian, another of our countless microdrone allies. All named Sebastian, of course. You can't iterate on perfection. cause. Destroy them, Sebastian, and for God's sake, be careful. You've made your father very proud, Sebastian. Oh, right. You should be able to access the Themis project room now.
Let's ruin Nigel's fucking day.
London, once a beacon of civility, now a cesspool of lawlessness. It is clear that humanity can no longer police itself. Fortunately, we don't have to. Welcome to Project Themis. Albion has found a way to apply an existing system, Life Score, a data aggregator of biometrics, personal information, to our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm. They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley or in a crowd of hundreds with perfect precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively.
Fuck me, I knew it. The life score algorithm. My algorithm. I should have scrubbed it before I left.
What do you mean, Hamish? You know how Themis works?
No, fam. Well, yeah. This was years ago. We were developing a life score algorithm for what Cass called a peacekeeping system. Supposed to identify vulnerable civilians, not target them.
Fucking fuck.
So in theory, Themis could be programmed to target anyone based on any number of parameters.
Exactly. That's the way Cass thinks. Genius, but twisted. We have to stop this. And I know how. We delete the life score data and Themis is done.
Motherfucker. Alright, cool. There we go.
Yes, we'll have the award ceremony another time. Get out now. This may be entertaining. I've intercepted an audio transmission from Nigel Cass.
No more excuses. This is my city, and I will not have DedSec ruin my plans for it. Themis was poised to change London, the world. And this group of... And Hamish fucking Balaji? I want them all. They made you all look like fools. They walked calmly into the White Tower, and no one, not one of you, stopped them with all our vaunted security measures. So do any of you have anything to say? Nothing. Well, everyone, and I mean everyone in the organization, will be revetted immediately. Someone help them, that's certain, and we will root them out. This time, we will get them all.
Well, that's about done it. Cass is gonna steam about this for a while.
In the last adventure of Detective Bagley and his occasionally helpful human sidekicks, we discovered that a billionaire tech mogul and a war profiteer both had secret plots to exploit human suffering and murder thousands. A shocking twist, I know. Speaking of the people...